Thank you so much for joining me for today's election reading, US presidential election reading. This reading turned out to be quite long, much longer than I normally make videos for, so I'm dividing it up into two sections. I asked the same 3 questions for each of the candidates. So I started with Donald Trump, and I asked what his energy is around him, any predictions coming up for him and his results for the election. Then I asked the same 3 questions for Kamala Harris. And it turned out to be quite a long reading. I also pulled in energy here and words. The Spirit was feeding me information while I was pulling the cards here. So I gave feelings, and I gave the insights that I was getting, as well as the messages that were the raw messages coming in from these cards. But it turned out to be a very long reading, so I'm dividing it into the 2 different political parties for this 2-part of this election reading. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. Starting first of all with my signature deck to get the energy related to Kamala Harris at the moment. So okay, so I'm just tapping into the energy of Kamala as I read these cards. I'm just reading into the energy of Kamala Harris as I read these cards that have been laid out on the table. This is just energy around her. It's not the results of the election. This is just the energy reading for her. Now, first tap into, I'm very drawn into my body. So pain in the body and very physical body issues that I'm feeling. That could just be related to the lethargic card here and how hard she's pushed herself on this campaign trail. Okay, I did see storm clouds approaching for her. I was shown storm clouds approaching, and I grabbed something else then. Okay, so I'm hearing the word purpose and intent around her. So there's a set purpose going on for her. A guiding. So we've got the wisdom here, the guide card here, but I'm also hearing like a guiding. I'm not sure if it's guiding light or being guided by somebody. I would say that she's being guided in this campaign by those that have more experience around her, which is what this wisdom is. So this wisdom card is she's being guided by those with more experience and more wisdom in the situation, because they're telling me being guided. She's being guided here. Okay, a little bit funny, sorry. It has to be careful not to put a foot in her mouth about something, because I'm just relaying to you now exactly what I'm hearing. I have no personal opinion one way or another. I try to stay very unbiased when it comes to these readings, which is why I lay out the same number of cards in the same decks. But when it comes to direct messages that come in through spirit, I don't control those. I have to tell you, I can't put any kind of sugar coating on them at all. Okay, loud. I'm hearing a lot of noise around her. Like it's very loud is what it's loud. There's a lot of noise. Holding high esteem, high regard, or high impression of themselves. Or she's held in high esteem, or either she holds a high impression or high esteem of herself, or she's held in high esteem. Okay, they're telling me that she needs to, she's talking about a certain place that needs to be vacated. So I don't know if that's related to a town that needs to be vacated, or she needs to vacate the building. I'm just hearing somebody's being vacated. Okay, I'm getting a push and pull energy around her. It's like pushed in many directions. It's like she's maybe the guidance that she's receiving is pushing and pulling her energy. So it feels like either it's pushing against what she wants, but she has to be guided by a certain thing. But there's a pushing pull energy here, or that she's taken advice or guidance from people that are pulling in different directions. There's push and pull energy going on here. Summoning is the word that I just heard there. Summoning could mean summoning courage, it could mean anything. I am drawn down to the snake though. Okay, I'm going to try and pull through some positive messages here, because I'm getting a little bit of coldness, like cold energy, and I guess that's coming in maybe from the snake, how their body temperature, it's like snakes need the sun to heat them up. This is the sun up here too. This is the sun energy, but this is what I'm kind of getting through at the moment. They're telling me cold. I'm hearing the song Cold Cold Heart, Hard Done By You is the song that I'm actually hearing, but it's making me think of when I see this snake, how snakes are cold. I'm not sure how snakes are quite common here in Australia, but we'll see snakes sunbathing on the path, just on paths and our walkways to get the sun. And then we've got these two cards here. So getting energy from others, getting energy from something. So getting energy from something to help your own energy. Okay, I'm going to read the cards now and give you the raw message of the cards and what the card means. First of all, we've got the wisdom and having to think about it, which means that's having a filter, a filter over words you say. So when they gave me something about foot in mouth, you have to be careful about the words that you say and how you say them. So it's just having that little bit of a filter about thought first and then thinking, thought first and then speaking. So and see how I misworded that when it came through, and that's what they were showing me. It's like it comes out the wrong way, so I know what it's meant to sound like or what it's meant to say when it comes out, but it doesn't always come out that way. And that's the example they just gave me when they told me what to say, and then it came out the correct way the second time. So it's about having that filter, or about getting words out correctly. She knows what she wants to say or how they're supposed to sound, but they don't always come out that way. Yes is the correct path. It's all about the sun. It's all about shining your light, being able to shine, being able to glow, being able to love what you're doing. It's being really invigorated by what you're doing. It's the sun card. So it's also saying it's a correct path for her. Wheels are in motion, lots of movement around her. So she's really got this again, like in the Trump reading, it was like a snowballing effect. Well, this is the same with the wheels in motion. There's been a lot of movement, a lot of motion going on here, and it's about trying to move forward while you've got that energy and that momentum and that movement. So yes, so some of the things that that's been stirring momentum and movement is, yes, that's the correct path. However, we do have a warning and a deception card around her. And it's related maybe something around taking chances, rolling the dice, saying or doing things that are maybe different than going off script even. So I'm hearing going off script. So it's like taking a chance or rolling a dice, but there's a warning around that, or being warned not to do that. Stick to script. Stay on script is what I'm hearing. Okay, running on empty, feeling lethargic energy, and I mean anybody that is putting in a fight like they both are, it's got to come to a point where your body is just going to just collapse because of how hard they're working. They are working very hard, and it is saying that running on empty. So the energy here, because I'm asking for an energy read around her, it's saying that she's running on running on empty. Now, why she still might be in momentum and running on the momentum of the campaign and the momentum of the people around her, I feel that when that stops, she's just going to really, the lethargicness is going to catch up to her, as it does with anybody that works hard. Once you stop, that's when you feel it. And when I did tap into her energy initially, I felt body aches. So I was feeling body aches around her. So I feel that's where why she's got that momentum to keep going. She's not going to feel so much pain until she stops, and then the lethargic, the tiredness, it's going to catch up to her. Illusion, not as it seems. Okay, so I do feel there's some things going on here that are playing out behind the scenes. I don't think it could be related to any of the things that I've already said that's come up in the cards, but there's something going on that we're not aware of, we're not being made aware of. The illusion card is all about, look here, something else is going on here. This is just what the illusion card means. So when I'm reading these cards, I'm just giving you the raw scripted message. I'm not bringing anything through here right now. I'm just telling you what the raw message here is on these cards. It is wisdom. Think about things before you say it so they come out correctly. Yes, it's a correct path. Where she's been going and what she's been doing is the correct way to do it. She's got momentum, she's got movement going on here, but there is a warning for her. Either somebody's warning her not to roll the dice, not to go off script, to stay on track, or there's some kind of warning for her around rolling the dice or taking a chance on a certain person or a certain situation. She needs to be very cautious around that. She's got the lethargic energy about running on empty, and that's about to hit her soon once she does stop. We've got the illusion, nothing is as it seems, and it's showing that on one hand, look over here because there's something going on over here. So I'm going to read now predictions for her. Predictions around Kamala Harris. Energy on these cards now, I'm just reading the cards and letting you know what they mean and giving you the raw energy of these cards. Submarine underwater can mean energy around water. So this could also be, because we've got that tornado winds energy, this could be somehow related to the rescue package around what's going on with the Florida, North Carolina, Appalachian Mountains kind of things that's going on here. Energy here around this. Now we've got predictions, so this is coming to light, which means predictions means that this energy is going to come up around her. So what her rescue package is, or what it is that she's done. Now here it's been downgraded, so whether she's downgrading the situation or it becomes a downgraded situation for her, around her, somehow connected to predictions around her. Staying put, celebrating success. Again, this is she is, and these are sister cards, they're connected cards, so not moving. So she's quite happy that she dug her heels in and ran the campaign. She's happy with the campaign that she's run. I'm feeling that she's dug her heels in and she stayed put, even though maybe there would have been other people put forward, or there might have been other people being pushed. I'm feeling that she dug her heels in here, and she's celebrating celebrating the campaign around, the people around her are celebrating the campaign that she run. This is not the election results. This is the card of predictions around her. So, but yeah, big deal around the tornadoes. So the tornadoes that came in, the recent ones, and the revival or rescue package around that. Now, I do believe that there's not everyone has been rescued. Those things are still going on. People are underwater. This is such three very, very strong cards that have come up around her reading. Three very strong cards. The tornado and the rescues that need to take place around those tornadoes because of people underwater. And I'm feeling quite tense, like the energy coming out of this is it's strong energy. I feel people are angry. Anger. I'm feeling anger, actually. There's that anger energy around this that's happening. Why on earth what's coming up in her reading, I don't know. What's coming up in her predictions, I'm not sure. But it's very, very angry energy that I'm feeling here. Also confusion here. Like, this person to me looks very confused. He's like, how did this happen? How did this happen? How were people not looked after? Maybe money is sent elsewhere, but not enough money is sent to these people. So it's like people are dumbfounded as to why rescue packages go elsewhere, other countries, or money goes to other countries, but it doesn't go to help the people, their own people. Again, I feel this. I'm getting a bit political here with this, and I don't mean it to go one way or another when it comes to political views, but I'm just got to read the energy that I'm getting, and I feel very angry with this energy up the top here. It's coming up in predictions, and people are a bit dumbfounded, actually. They're a bit confused about the outcome of what's going on here, and somehow connected here to being downgraded the simplicity or the extremeness here is what I'm getting, like that scale between simplicity and extremeness. So it's been downgraded here, but meanwhile we've run a good race is what I'm hearing. Meanwhile, we're celebrating this wonderful campaign. Okay, joining forces. So joining forces energy here next to downgraded feels foreign lands here. I'm not sure why I'm feeling foreign lands. I feel it's somehow connected here. So it's like, I'm not sure why I'm feeling this. This is predictions, but it's feeling anger, bitterness up here with this energy on local land, on home ground, but over here this feels foreign ground, and I feel the energy is being directed over here on foreign ground. Not sure what that means. I really don't understand why it's coming out here in her prediction reading, but here it is. Positive cards here on the table here is this celebrating success. So celebrating the campaign run, because as I said, we're not talking about the actual results here on this reading, we're talking about the predictions coming up. So we're celebrating that she run a good race, she dug her heels in, she fought a good fight is what I'm feeling here with this energy. Meanwhile, there's all this other stuff going on around her. So yeah, not quite sure how to take that. But let me now read from both decks, and this is the election result. So let's take a look. Let me read the energy here on these cards. Okay, first card is sinking ship. Sinking ship, fake news, rocket, SpaceX. This is Elon Musk card. Fake news is what I sometimes call my trump card, because he says fake news all the time, and I don't have a trump card in this deck. This is my Elon Musk card though, with the rockets and the SpaceX. So why on earth they're coming up in Kamala's reading, I don't know, when I've asked about her results. Over it had enough. Wisdom and thinking about the situation. Again, we've got a couple of snakes here. We've got snakes. Discarding something and leave it behind, and warning about deception. Okay, now if I was to read these without linking them to the people, I find it really hard to read this one here without linking it to Elon Musk. I'm not sure why it's coming up in her reading. I'm feeling fake news around somehow connected to the election results. Fake news. Fake news connected to the election results. Elon Musk connected to the election results. A sinking ship connected to the election results. Down the bottom, Kamala energy here had enough over it. Just energy that I'm feeling in this over it had enough energy I feel that is Kamala's energy, actually. I'm feeling her energy in this. It's almost like what I'm seeing, the vision that I'm seeing, is if somebody asks her a question, and it's the snapback glance is what I'm getting. I'm getting this glance. I'm getting this as her energy here. Maybe she's over silly questions, the stupidity of something. But it's that there's something that she's had enough of, if I'm reading the energy of the card. The meaning of the card, the raw original message of the card. The energy that I'm getting out of the card is this vision, this view of her. It's a view, and I see it so clearly in my mind. Like I see her view, her vision. When somebody says something to her, it's the look that she gives here. Discarding it, leaving something behind, or leaving some kind of deception behind. So who's somebody that, or deceiving somebody, or energy of somebody deceiving her, and she leaves that behind. There's deception. Snake energy. I can't tell where it's coming from, but it's somewhere around the results of the election, because that's the question that I'm asking, and I'm asking around Kamala. So there's energy going on around her, there's warnings, there's deception going on around her. Snake energy, 2 snake cards. Wisdom, think about it. Again, having to really keep that brain switched on, having to have that filter there between thoughts and words. Over it, had enough. Maybe people have had enough. Maybe people have had enough of this whole election. Like, people really need to think here too. I'm bringing this into the people. So let me read for the people, because I think that's what they're leading me into now. So I'm going to just reshuffle these and just read for the people. As to what I was pulling in there. People having to really put some thought into who they're voting for. So let me just read for the advice of the people of America, because it affects the whole world. So advice for the people of America when it comes to voting. Good luck. Good luck. So it is a very chaotic time. This is also tornadoes, but it's a lot of chaos. They really need to reflect and be accountable for, and make their politicians accountable. But they really need to reflect on who they're voting for here, somehow connected to the cyclones, the current cyclones. Reflect on the situation. I don't know how that situation was handled. I'm in Australia. I never got that news. I've got some information off social media about the devastation from the people talking about the losses and that kind of stuff. But as far as media goes, mainstream media, I have no idea. It hasn't been on our mainstream media really that I've seen, but I have seen social media of people talking about things that are going on in those areas and how they haven't been being rescued and all of that. Now, who does that fall back on? I don't know. What party has any party been helping? I don't know. So, but here they're showing you need to reflect when it comes to your voting and think about what has happened very recently with the natural disasters. You need to protect yourself. You need to take action. It's saying you need to actually go in and vote, because I know it's not compulsory for you guys. It is compulsory for us, and it feels to be otherwise the person that you want in will not get in. It's what it's saying. So and I'm keeping this is unbiased one way or another. Protect your energy here. You need to take action. You need to vote. You need to make your voice heard, because loss, no direction. Otherwise there's losses. maybe you're just feeling like you just don't know which way to vote. Maybe, I'm not sure, but take accountability here. You need to take action. Also protect yourself as well. Protect your word. Protect your right to have your voice heard. You need to protect democracy is what I'm actually getting out of that. You need to protect democracy is what I'm actually getting as the main message out of this reading. Reflect on what's happened recently to your area, and you need to protect your democracy and by taking action. So yeah, a bit of a long reading, interesting reading. So thank you so much for joining me.